Hey everyone, weekly update time. So, first, Stormlight 5, Wind and Truth is where the title is starting to land, and it is at, bing, 97%. 1% up from last week. I've been doing a lot of revisions. We're getting really close. It could be next week. It's probably not. It's probably the week after that, but we'll see. Hopefully I can get it by next week because we're going to be off for a while after that. So maybe it'll be January. Who knows? But we're getting very close. Celebrations are in order. Skyward Legacy is at bing 100%. Jancy has finished the entire first volume of our follow-up series. I get to read that starting on January 1st, so I'm very excited. And then we will have on here a new progress bar before too much longer of revisions on that. So, speaking of Wind and Truth, the pre-order for that book is live. That's right. We have put the pre-order up. We have picked a publication date, and the title, Wind and Truth, is 99% confirmed. So at that point, Tor is ready. We don't have a cover yet, so it's just going to be one of those placeholder covers. But you can start pre-ordering the book. So yay. State of the Sanderson is out. You can find that on my website, the text version. If you'd rather have me read it to you, I am going to do a version for YouTube. I didn't have the State of Sanderson ready quite soon enough to record it today on Thursday when I do these videos. And I don't want the recording team to have to crunch to try to get it out. So, the YouTube version will take us a few weeks. It might be as long as January. You'll get it eventually. You can go over there and look, or you can just wait for it here. It just kind of goes over all the projects I've been working on and kind of my year end in review. So eventually here, right now, the text version is live. Speaking of this special day, the Kolos Head Munching Day, also coincidentally my birthday, tonight we're going to have a stream. It'll be a spoiler live stream, 6 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. So you can come and you can, be warned, it's everything spoilers. We are going to do a specific 30 minutes at the end of that. So we're going to do an hour of regular spoiler stream and then 30 minutes talking about Yumi, where you get to ask questions specific to Yumi and the Nightmare Painter. Because, we've done that for the other books. We'll find one for the Sunlit Man in the future. We'll be taking questions from Reddit and the YouTube, plus TikTok chat. Indeed, we will be streaming this on TikTok. We found that we want to do some sort of live things on TikTok, and their platform gets scared of you if you try to do your streams. If you haven't done previous streams, and we're like, well, we should start streaming things to TikTok. So we start establishing that so that when we want to use it, we can. So if you want to watch it on TikTok instead of YouTube, for whatever reason, you are more than welcome to do so. We released this week a free ebook. This is Long Chills and Questo, one of my very, I wouldn't say very early short stories were all terrible. One of my middle years novellas that I wrote in those years leading up to when I sold. This would have been written somewhere in the early 2000s. Right around that time when I wrote Defending Elysium, when I was working on the original draft of Way of Kings, which we call Way of Kings Prime. I wrote this novella that Peter in my company has long been a proponent of. He's long fought to get it released because he really is fond of it. And we found a place for it. It came out in our last box from the Kickstarter. And because it's what we call a Sanderson Curiosity, it's from my pre-published days, we released a free ebook of it. It's not available on our store. You can just download it. It also was distributed to backers, and the hardcover is for purchase at dragonsteelbooks.com. Those will go out after the new year, so we're not going to try to ship those all out to you before the holidays, so after the new year. But if you want a copy of that for your Sanderson Curiosities, it is a fun read. It is 25 years old at this point, but if you like looking back at the history of my writing skill, you can compare that to my modern writing. And anyway, like I said, Peter, my editorial VP, just really is fond of the story. So he was a big force behind us sneaking that into the last box. Speaking of our crowdfunding campaigns, we do have the crowdfunding campaign for Stormlight 2 coming up. And if you go to BackerKit, we've got some new content there. and just we'll be doing little tidbits now and then leading up to the crowdfunding campaign. So go log into your backer kit or go sign up for backer kit in preparation, and you can find kind of our pre-launch page there where we're adding some things now and then to get you ready for the upcoming campaign. So speaking of crowdfunding, we are done officially with shipments on our crowdfunding campaign. Our biggest Kickstarter of all time. The last box went out today. Someone's going to get it. It actually says this was the last box on it and is signed by all the people who were working on the line that day. We got some video footage of it. The last box went out. And thank you. Thank you, everyone. You know, I did not set out to have the biggest Kickstarter in history, let alone double the number 2. But we did it, and they went out, and I'm really pleased with how the whole experience went. I hope that you all are as well. And for those who participated, if you didn't see the QR code in your last box, there's a little thank you video from me. It's unlisted on YouTube, but you're free to share it around with people if you want to. But anyway, we're done. And yay. We are also shipping out. So there were some add-ons that people were able to buy as part of the backer kit after sort of thing you can do with Kickstarter. And so those who bought like collected pin packs, it will have even the mystery pin, the secret pin in it. We are going to ship out 631 of those to the people who ordered them this week. So if you ordered one of those, all 631 of you, you're going to get yours soon. Lots of crowdfunding campaign news today because our good friend Gamma, who's been on the channel before and has long been a great friend and colleague, he's got a Kickstarter going for his 3rd book in his series. I thought some of you might be interested in this because he came on the channel to do a 5 favorites when the first one for the launch of the second one, promoting the first one. Anyway, the 3rd one's on Kickstarter. I am backing that, so I hope that you'll give it a look at least. He's a good friend and he's a good writer, and he deserves some attention. So Dragonsteel is going to be closed December 23rd through January 1st, inclusive. Happy holidays. My company gets to take those days off and enjoy themselves. And so we're not going to be fulfilling, ticket requests if you have problems. We will get to them starting January 2nd. Feel free to send them in, but you may not get a reply. There may not be weekly updates. We are encouraging all the employees to go spend some time with their families and or playing video games, or whatever it is that they like to do. All right, we will, I just confirmed with the team, have a weekly update that will be going live probably on Christmas Day. Maybe we'll have it go live a day early on the 24th. We'll let them decide. They can pre-schedule that so they can be on vacation and it can go live. So there will be a weekly update next week. There won't be one the week after. Thank you very much. We'll see you next week briefly.